Bubble tea and sauerkraut. Bubble tea and sauerkraut. Bubble tea and sauerkraut.
And we are live. Okay. Oh yeah, me too. Quick pre-show drink.
Very important. The pre
What? I'm doing ASMR.
Alright.
Okay, ready? So exciting. Okay.
How do we start? I always forgot.
I'm just gonna start and then you will see. Mm-hmm. Hello, and welcome to episode 2 of our little podcast, Bubble Tea and Sauerkraut. I am Matthias, aka Sauerkraut.
I'm Ben, aka Bubble Tea.
So it has been another exciting week. So for just like a little bit of context, we're always recording this on Friday and then publishing it on Wednesday. So I hope everyone is doing fine. I hope everyone's a millionaire now because they traded GameStop stocks.
We are not, though.
No, because I'm too scared of the stock market, so I didn't do anything.
I think next time we just buy it when we have this thought.
Yeah, I know. But that's always like that's the thing with the stock market. It's like you always look at it afterwards and then like, I wish I had bought, because that's the only thing you remember. You remember the good ones. You don't remember the ones where you thought like,
没错.
oh, thank God I didn't buy it.
千金难买早知道. But you know what I learned today? If you think that this is somewhere you can put your money and the interest is actually better than you put your money in the bank, then you can just do it.
I know, but with this, you don't even know if the interest is going to be better.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Yeah, but next time, I promise I will be a brave little soldier and join the Reddit army to bring Wall Street down and then also buy some of whatever the internet then decides is the cool thing to buy.
You're always just instinct.
Or instinct.
Mm-hmm,
I mean,
this
is something I've been wanting to, or I've been talking about for years. That I'm just going to take like 500 or 1,000 euros and just like play with the stock market a little bit. But I've just never done
Or
it.
we can take some online course, telling people how to invest.
I mean, I guess you can Google around a little bit, but I mean, if there was like a secret formula,
then everyone would.
Yeah, then everyone would follow it and be millionaires. But yeah, if you haven't read up to it, like go on Twitter and stuff like this, and kind of like, or just internet in general. So Reddit and Twitter, I thought were very entertaining the last couple of days in regards to the whole GameStop thing.
GameStop.
So also, I might need to explain this before we started recording.
What?
Ben was like, I want to sing in our podcast
I want to
today.
sing. Can I still sing? Liebe Zuhörer.
So I'm assuming there's going to be a lot of answers he's going to give today in song. Yes. But yeah.
I mean, there's a European Taiwanese song contest.
There is?
This year.
Really? Okay.
And I was thinking, maybe I can attend.
Sure, go ahead.
Because it's super easy. You just have to upload your video. I'm like, I have the equipment, and then why not, right?
Sure. Upload it. Why not?
Let's see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, nothing much happened here. I mean, I threw out my back on Wednesday.
So funny.
Because I'm a 30-year-old woman.
Thank you.
Almost 30-year-old woman. But that is pretty much the most exciting thing that happened.
You have to tell people like what you were doing.
Oh, how I hurt my back? Okay, so at work we had our yearly sales kickoff. This year, obviously, just like fully digital. And one of the sessions they offered, which was optional, was every day in the morning, 1 hour of yoga practice with some lady that does it professional. Like she's a professional yoga teacher. And
I thought you said job.
No, I mean, yes, it's just like, it's not her main job, but she still did like all the courses and everything. So in theory, she's supposed to know what she's doing. And we did this for 10 minutes because then our internet broke, or her internet broke down. And during those 10 minutes, I like manage to ruin my back.
True, and we're just not really into her style.
Yeah, no, it kind of like if you guys have been following us on Instagram, you see that we do like this 30-day yoga challenge
with
like,
Adrian.
Yeah, yoga with Adrian. And the lady at the sales kickoff who did the video felt like a knockoff version of yoga with Adrian. But so yeah, 1 out of 10 cannot recommend.
All right.
I'm sorry, but it was just not very good. But yeah, so I think that's all for our recap for the week. Or is there anything else you want to mention?
Not really, other than I just keep editing our videos.
Yes, that's
and no one watch it.
Well, I think it's okay. But like, if you listen to this and you think like, oh, I like those two idiots, then go check us out on YouTube.
We have all the hard work for nothing.
We have a total of 27 subscribers now. We're getting there. Soon YouTube fame will be ours.
Yeah, you better be on board soon.
Yeah. So
are we going to create a membership?
Membership what? You mean like an OnlyFans?
Nine YouTube. I thought you can pay like VIP membership. And then you got like exclusive.
No, that's Patreon.
Oh. Huh?
No, on YouTube you don't have that with membership. That's just like I thought that's just like YouTube Music Premium or whatever.
No. There's also like YouTube.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
But anyway, we are not there yet.
No. Like first we have to get more than 30 subscribers. But anyways, we're finally on Apple Podcast. So if you're listening to this on Apple Podcast, leave us a 5-star review.
5-star, please.
Yes, that's very good.
Because that's what we deserve.
Yes, because we have put so much work into this. So much. But yeah. Okay, shall we get started with the actual topic of today's episode then? Okay. So I'm assuming this means yes.
Yes, of course, yeah. I mean, I take a lot of time to think.
Yeah, that's true. That's something you might have noticed is time I ask Ben a question and then there's just like a few seconds of silence while he's like processing what's about to happen. But anyways, yes, so today's topic, I figured this would be kind of interesting because I think Ben and I have very similar experiences with this. And it's growing up gay.
Being gay.
Yeah, being gay, but mainly like growing up gay. So I'm like talking to like, let's say like from the time we were born to like early 20s, I'd say is probably like the time period I want to talk about. Because I think I still think we have very similar experiences. And before I then once again start talking for 15 minutes straight, how about you get started? How was it for you growing up gay? Like when did you know you were gay? Was there anything in school and so on and so on?
Yes, I knew I was gay since I was like grade 4.
So how old is that? Like 9?
9 in German, 9.
Oh, so no. But I think in grade 4 you're about 9 years old though. Huh?
No, grade 4. But anyway, around 10, 12. Oh, no, okay. And yeah. And then I think the moment I found out, because we were talking about, those boys, they say they want to be at the beach with like super hot bikini girls. And was like, I kind of want to be with Leonardo DiCaprio. Leonardo
DiCaprio.
Yeah, DiCaprio.
Really?
I think that because that was around the time the Titanic.
So Leonardo DiCaprio was your first celebrity crush?
Yeah. That was like, that could be nice, with him on the beach.
Mine was Zac Efron, by the way.
From which movie?
High School Musical.
Oh God, gross.
High School Musical, a little bit, but then mainly 17 again, which was another movie he did.
Again, gross. Well, I got into him as well when I watched like Bad Neighbors.
Ah, okay, yeah.
But then in that movie, my main crush is still Seth Rogen.
Sometimes I do worry when I see Ben's taste in men. I'm sometimes like, wait, am I this ugly?
Hey.
Sorry, Seth Rogen. Ben's like, call me.
I just winked. Yeah, I think that was when I found out. Yeah.
But were you ever, because for me it always sounds as if you were never really in the closet in that sense.
Yeah, I think I've never hidden myself. I can say that. I've always been very true to myself. Although, like, there was one time in elementary school, just, like, we have a group hug, a group of boys, and I sort of have like a little turn on. I don't know why. Don't ask me.
Wait, you were a little bit turned on?
Not turned on, just a little bit like excited.
Excited, okay.
And then my classmate, he just grabbed my fucking dick.
Your
crotch.
Your crotch, your penis.
My crotch.
Okay.
And found out I was like a little bit excited. And he said like, "Oh my god, you gay? Like, you faggot?" Like something like that. That was very painful. That hurts quite a bit. But then afterwards, I was like, why do I have to take that shit? I'm just gonna, yeah. So what?
And I would also like to point out the funny thing is like, Ben was not bullied in middle school. Ben was the bully.
I am the bully in middle school. Nay, since grade 5.
Since grade 5, okay.
I'm the bully.
Okay. So Ben was the mean gay kid.
I think exactly. I think
everyone.
That's kind of my disguise. You make yourself stronger.
Oh, so like you hurt other people so they can't hurt you.
Exactly. And then they see you somehow in this way of, oh, this dude is sort of like,
like, I'm not gonna mess with him
in charge. Yeah. So I guess that was my strategy, which I didn't realize that. Yeah, but then Amber was always my very strong back.
Okay, that's good.
Back.
So did you have like an official, like, in that sense, like, not official, I didn't have an official coming out in that sense either, but like, did you have any time where you like had to actively like tell your friends, oh, by the way, I'm gay?
No.
But it just like happened naturally and no one expected you to ever have a girlfriend anyways.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, when I was in high school, I sort of had this half girlfriend. I don't know, semi-girlfriend. Because we didn't really definite the relationship. DTR. But
What DTR?
Like definite relationship.
You didn't like define the relationship.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then because in high school, college, I was very close to this friend, Angelina Chu. By the way, hello, Angelina Chu, who is now in LA doing her very own business. Yeah. Anyway, so like we got very close, and then this semi girlfriend, she got pretty angry and kind of like, so what the fuck is going on between us right now? It's like, okay, let me tell you something. This boy is going to find his boy. And we were sitting in a cafe, and then I wrote it down and put it in a book, and then gave it to her, and she opened up, and like, okay, then I know.
So for you, it was just a very close friendship, and she kind of thought you were dating.
For me, yeah. You can put it in that way. But we kind of like give each other like very exclusive nickname. Yeah, and I think maybe that's got the whole situation a little bit out of control.
Okay. Wait, so by the way, I think we've talked about this in the past, but I don't remember. Are you a gold gay?
What?
Like gold and platinum gay?
What's
so like
that?
Gold gay is a man or a gay dude who never like touched a vagina.
Never.
Okay.
Oh my god, that thing grosses me out. Sorry.
And so by the way, in the platinum gay is a gay man who was born via C-section. So he didn't even touch a vagina when he was born.
Hey.
And then you call him a platinum gay. Are you a platinum gay?
I think so.
You were born by C-section?
I think so, because my mom has this scar.
Well, does she have it from you or from your brother?
From me, I think.
So
I have to recheck.
So you have to recheck. Okay.
Yeah, recheck.
Well, then I guess you're at least a gold gay and maybe a platinum gay.
I think I am.
How exciting!
Oh my gosh.
I'm neither, unfortunately. But I think one of the things I remember you told me, which I thought was really funny, and I hope it's okay that I talk about this, was that you said kind of for your 18th birthday, your birthday present to yourself was that you decided to go on, I think it was like Grindr or Jacked, and like have your first like hookup.
Yes, I think 18 or 19.
Okay.
Yeah, that was my first night in the 5-star hotel.
Wasn't it also like an older white guy who was there on business or
What
something?
do you mean? Yes.
Yes, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Because that kind of is my thing.
You have a bit of like of a teddy bear thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true.
Hey, I'm shy now.
You're like, oh yeah.
Yeah, don't talk about that, so private.
I'm in Paris.
I need more of these.
Yeah, sure, everyone. Yeah, maybe about my experience, because I feel like my experience was very, very cliche. Like what you always like, I was closeted for like the longest time.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think like deep down, I knew I was gay. I would say around the same time you did, so like 11, 12. I think you kind of just like, quite often you just like know when you hit puberty.
Yeah.
And then you like realize, okay, girls don't really do that much for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember that. I remember like all the like weird things, how I like, kept telling yourself like, oh no, I'm not attracted to men with 6-packs. I just wish I had a 6-pack myself.
But are you attracted to 6-packs?
No, but like, what do you mean? I don't mind 6-packs.
Okay. Well, I
but,
don't.
I'm just like what the closet itself told me. Obviously, I was also attracted to guys who didn't have a 6-pack, but they didn't have an excuse in my mind, so I didn't really think about it that much.
Okay.
And then I also had the whole thing where like then would pretend I had a girlfriend, but she was like living in another city.
That's basically like my story, yeah.
But that actually then helped me to have a real girlfriend. Because then suddenly I got interesting, because I was not the like little kind of gay virgin, but I was like the guy who made up a story about having a girlfriend, even though it's not even true. Then there was a little bit of bullying, but like in one grade.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think it was like which grade was it? Was it like grade 8?
Where?
I think it was grade
in Canada
8.
Or here?
No, in Germany.
Okay.
Like you just get. I mean, I wasn't out or anything, and like just like people would call you the general names, because you are like the super macho guy. And I remember it did. I think like if I look back, this was also a year when I was sick quite a lot, so I think it did bother me to a certain degree. But then thankfully it was only for a year, and I still had friends. I wasn't like ostracized or anything, Just had a couple idiots in the grade. But luckily they were all very, very stupid, so they all failed the grade. And so with that, it stopped. And yeah, no, then I just like went through the general thing. I was like, oh, I'm not gay. I'm just very confident with like my sexuality. Then it was like, oh, I'm not gay. I'm just bisexual.
I used to say I'm bisexual as well.
Yeah. But I think that's also like why it makes it hard for a lot of like people who are actually like a lot of men who are actually bisexual.
Yeah.
Because so many of us gay men actually go through the phase where we say like, oh, I'm just bisexual.
Yeah.
So like if now an actual bi guy then says, oh no, I'm bi, they're just like, oh no, they don't say that. And then at some point it's like, oh, I'm gay. But yeah. But unfortunately I'm not a gold star gay.
Gross.
I know. Well, it wasn't that bad. But also, I gotta admit, when I had sex with a man for the very first time, it was not as I expected. Like, I kind of like in my head, I also was to a certain degree like it would be like this super eye-opening thing. It would be like, oh my god, this is what I was missing the whole time. But I think like pretty much every first time, and even though it wasn't my first time having sex, it was still completely different than sleeping with a woman, so it was still like a first time. I think a lot of first times are very weird, and the guy I did it with also wasn't very experienced. And I remember,
how old were you?
How old was I? When it was 20.
Okay. And the guy was also 20?
Around the same age. Yeah, I think it was also like, I think it was the same age as me. Yeah, it wasn't in China actually. It wasn't Beijing.
Asian?
Yeah, Asian. Schwüban. That's not his actual name. That's the nickname my friends and I gave him.
Why?
It's very difficult. It's like because like Yuban is what we called like language partners in Chinese. And then Schwü, we turn like Ü into Schwü for schwul, which is the German word for gay. So it was like Schwüban.
语伴虚伴
Bun.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah, you were also one time my 语伴
Yes, but that's maybe like that's another story.
episode.
Another episode.
Mhm.
But yeah, and then I thought like, oh, this is like really not that exciting. Am I really gay? Blah 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 blah.
No, my first time was amazing.
And then with the time, I was just like, okay, yo, never mind. I'm gay. But I also didn't really have a coming out in that sense, at least not to my friends. Because like at least the circle of friends I was mainly interacting with then, they were just like pretty much live there as I was discovering it, or like more like admitting it.
Do they already know? Do they know, or they?
I think they did. I mean, I appreciate also like shout out to everyone that no one was like, oh, you don't have to tell me. I already knew for years, because I always hate that when people do that. Like it might be that you know that that dude is gay, but like, you know, give him that he can discover it for himself. So I didn't really have the coming out there in that sense. It was just like, then I told him like, oh, I slept with a guy, and then I slept with more guys, and most of the time it was like very entertaining story how like I dated people or like one night stands. So it would be like, hey guys, guess what? I have another cool story I can tell you.
But I think the more clear, like more deeply, I think I came out quite often to my friends.
Really? No, I didn't.
Yeah, like before we get married, because they say, so what are you going to do in Germany? I was like, I'm getting married with my boyfriend.
I'm getting married to your boyfriend, yeah.
Yeah, and then also, when I was in Hong Kong and my friends from Taipei, they visited me, and then we were just talking about our, love relationship story and stuff, sharing on a balcony, like 4楼. Hello, Ansley, Rita, and Aja. I'm talking about you. Yeah, like we were just sitting there on the balcony on the 4th floor, and then I was like, yes, I'm dating this too. So yeah, I think I'm gay. Okay. And they were all like,
Yeah, I mean, like, there's a difference between, like, I don't really... For me, a coming out is... Okay, maybe it was a little bit of a coming out, but they were just like, But, like, when you watch, again, the movies, which just, like, bring a completely wrong idea of what it's like to be gay. But there, it's more like, friends, I have to tell you something, and I'm gay. And then half of them are like, we still love you. And the other half are like, I cannot accept this. I have to leave. And this is not how it was for either one of us.
No, not really. Because, we're very lucky. I mean, Taiwan, Taipei, the gayest city in Asia, probably. Except Thailand.
I'm not even sure, to be honest.
I mean, like, when we were walking in Taipei, we were like, is he gay? Is he gay? Everyone just looks so gay.
And, like, I have to admit that, like, Taipei is a very gay city.
Yeah, so gay. I would say Taipei is like Berlin.
No, I would say Berlin is not as gay as Taipei.
Really?
Well, the thing about, like, Taipei was, like, you would, like, you would literally walk down the street and would be like, okay, yeah, he's gay. Because you know he's gay because, like, you caught him checking you out, or you saw him checking out another guy that was walking past.
Yeah, we were very obvious.
Yeah. But that's also another tip for anyone who's, like, wondering, oh, is my friend gay? This works for men and women. No, don't put him to Taipei. But, like, pay attention, like, when you're, for example, like, having lunch with him or something like this. When someone walks by, who are his eyes going to? Like, who is he, like, like, sneakily checking out? And this is always a dead giveaway.
So?
Mm-hmm. I don't know if I read it somewhere or saw it on TV or I don't know where. And then I started paying attention to it. And it's so obvious. Because you can always tell, like, when you're talking to someone, you're having a lot of eye contact, and you're gonna, like, go left and right, and then you could always see, like, oh, he, like, his gaze wandered off, and you were like, oh, who just walked by? Okay, it was a dude. Okay, or like, oh, it was a woman, so it's straight.
I never discovered that, but that's a good tip. Next time I will do the experiment on the street. Sounds fun.
No, it is very good.
Yeah, but I would say that being gay growing in Taipei, it's not as bad as everyone thinks. I mean, in my opinion or in my experience, it's not as bad as those TVs or movies. I mean, maybe it could be very, very bad in some countries, but in Taipei, for me, it wasn't actually that extreme.
I mean, when I grew up, it was still pretty bad. I mean, like, until I was, I don't know, I think until just a few years ago, like, gay was still a bad word in that sense. You thought something was stupid. Even in Germany, you would say like, oh, this is so gay. And thankfully, this has stopped now. And I just hope that now people who are teenagers now, like young teenagers, that it's a lot different and people are more accepting. Because I remember when I was in high school, while I wasn't out, I had one classmate who, in retrospect, I have so much respect for. Because we were in like I think it was also like grade 7, grade 8 or something like this. And he came out. Like, he made it public. It was like, oh, I'm gay. And like Jesus Christ, like, do this as like a 14-year-old in like 2005.
Okay.
2005.
Yeah, coming out, it's definitely difficult.
And I mean, there was people who bullied him. It wasn't that easy for him, but he was also very flamboyant, so it was very obvious, as stupid as it sounds, but it was. But like, still have a lot of respect for him, so being able to like come out when you're 15.
Yes,
and I was
yes.
I mean, I came out to my family when I met you.
Ta-da!
So when I was how old? 25.
25?
Also. Yeah, we've been together a while now. No, but that was my coming out to my family, because before then, even though I didn't think they would say like, oh no, we can no longer talk to you, I knew that's not gonna happen. But I was still scared of telling them, which is stupid, but like I was. So I figured, why go through the trouble until I have someone who is worth going through the trouble for.
That was a very good
so then I was like, okay, now I met you, and I mean, you are my first and hopefully only serious relationship.
Hope so.
Yeah, I hope so too. We're in it for the long run.
So. Well, for me, like, my mom found out when I was in the army, because as every Asian mom, they go and clean your room and they always find something.
And what did she find?
So just like a picture of me kissing some dude, because I love doing that.
Kissing dudes or taking pictures of both?
Both. But it's not anything sexual, just like a memorable thing, a souvenir, yeah. And then she found it out, and then, but back then I was in the camp, right? And then after I can take some times off, and then she just confronted me, and I was like, yeah, maybe back then I'm gay, maybe now I'm gay. Yeah. And then she was like, she crushed very hard. Yeah, I have to say she crushed very hard.
What? If you say she crushed very hard, I mean, she's like had a crush on someone.
Oh no,
she was crushed. Like she was she was not that happy, or like she was like, oh no, he's never gonna give me any grandchildren, like that. Or...
Yeah, and then she thinks being gay is not good.
Okay.
And she even said she's going to take me to a therapist or a shrink. I was like, I don't think that would help. But because then my coming out sort of turned into a debate. Because then I asked her, so what about like some other kids being gay? And you are totally fine with that? And then she was like, yeah, that's some other kids. I don't really care. And I was like, so, and then your own son is gay, and then suddenly you care. And I said, is there some kind of double standard? And then she just got so mad and angry. So I just gave up. I just like, yeah, I'm gay.
But I think she's okay with it now.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully.
But I think quite often parents maybe need a minute to think about it, or think it over.
She said after she found out those pictures, and she just couldn't sleep and couldn't eat for 3 days. Okay. And then she sat down on the floor in my room and cried for hours. Because, yeah, she also found out some medicine So I think she thought I'm in a very bad situation, being gay, using drugs, or bad health, something like that, blah, 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 blah.
Okay. But didn't she just like find cigarettes?
Oh, yeah, also that.
Okay.
So it's like 3 prizes?
So, yeah, it was a lot of stuff at once, and then she was like...
So don't clean your kid's room. That's the note.
It's not worth it.
Never.
No, but I think my mom also needed some getting used to the idea. But I think it also helped that I have 3 older siblings who at that point all had kids, I think. My sister didn't have it, but all of the others kids. So it wasn't like I'm the only one who can give her grandchildren. And
I don't think that's ever my mom's thought. I think what she thought is like, how people see this family or how people see her, it's all about face. And how the family is going to think about this family. How our relatives think about us, something like that. That's all she was worried about. Okay. But I think in your situations, like, because your uncle is also gay, no? And then...
Well, the thing is, when I told my mom, was like, we were on the phone, I was still in Taipei. I said like, okay, before I come back to Germany, I'm going to go on a road trip. Or like, I said like, we are going to go on a road trip. And then she was like, oh, who's we? And then I said, my boyfriend and I. And then something along the lines of like, so it is, oh God, what is the English word? It's like, so it is hereditary. So like, it means like, oh, so if someone in the family is gay, there is a good chance that someone else in the family is going to be gay in the next generation. I think. So she's like, it was like, oh, so it might be a genetic thing. I was like, yeah, maybe. I don't know.
We don't know. Is it genetic?
We don't know. We simply don't know. Like, no one knows. That's what people are trying to figure out. But like, this was kind of her reaction. And then maybe she had to like get over it a little bit, or like maybe get a little bit used to the idea. But I mean, in the end, she also said like, I mean, you never brought home a girlfriend by the time you were 25. So we were suspecting something.
Yeah, I think every parent of gay children, they just expect something.
But one last thing, which I thought was really funny, is like my best friend Coco, who also was my maid of honor. My brother, when I told him that I was gay, then Peter, when he was like, okay, I didn't really expect that. I just always thought you were like very unhappily in love with Coco and she just doesn't love you back, and that's the reason. And I was like, wow.
Okay, I don't know what Coco would think.
I don't think she knows the story yet. I don't think I've told her this.
Why were you unhappy with her? I would be very happy.
No, not unhappy, but like he thought like, oh, I'm in love with Coco, but she doesn't love me back. But I'm just, like unrequited love is what I'm talking about. And then I'm like always like hoping that maybe one day she will fall in love with me. While all the time I was secretly just into dick.
Yeah.
And I think this is a very good sentence to end today's episode on.
Yes, I think so too.
So I hope you enjoyed our little story.
It's very private,
Very
guys.
private, very serious. Maybe next week will be less serious, but I think had still some entertaining bits in it.
Yeah. I mean, be brave. Be true to yourself. I'm going to cry now.
And don't be mean to people who are gay.
Are you talking to me?
No, I'm talking to everyone.
I didn't be mean to other gays.
And that's what I'm talking to. Okay, be nice to people in general, but like, don't bully anyone because of their sexuality. There's nothing we can do about it. Yeah, it's not right at all. It's not right. So, thank you again for listening. Don't forget to subscribe, like, follow, comment, share everything you can do out there. And then hopefully we will hear each other again next week for another episode of Bubble Tea and Sauerkraut.
Auf Wiedersehen.
再见.